All right, let's break down basketball. We're going to decode the 5 core positions on the court because it's not just about who can jump the highest or run the fastest. It's a chess match where every single player has a specific, absolutely vital role to play. When you're watching a game, it can look like just pure chaos, right? 10 players running around, but underneath all that action is a system. Every one of those 5 players on a team has a job, a unique skill they bring to the floor. So let's make some sense of it all. So, first up, meet the starting 5. We're going to break down the 5 core roles that make a team tick. Here they are: the point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and the center. Let's start things off in the backcourt with the 2 players who really run the show and orchestrate the offense, the guards. Now, even though they both play in the backcourt, these 2 positions have very different jobs. One is the brain of the whole operation, and the other? They are the primary scorer. Let's kick things off with the brain. The point guard is basically the coach on the floor. Seriously, think of them like the quarterback of the team. They're the ones directing traffic, setting the pace of the game, and making sure the ball gets to the right people in the right spots. Their vision is absolutely everything. And to do that job, a point guard needs a really specific set of tools. We're talking elite ball handling to deal with pressure, incredible court vision to see plays before they even happen, and razor-sharp, split-second decision-making to make that perfect pass. It is without a doubt one of the highest pressure jobs in all of sports. And what's amazing is how diverse the position has been. You've got Steph Curry, who totally changed the game with his shooting. You have Magic Johnson, who just dominated with his sheer size and passing ability. And then you have Chris Paul, who is the textbook definition of a floor general. 3 totally different styles, all masters of their craft. Okay, now let's talk about the point guard's partner, the shooting guard. If the point guard is the brain, the shooting guard is the tip of the spear. Their job at its core is simple: put the ball in the hoop, especially from way downtown. So yeah, the key skills are pinpoint shooting accuracy and a super quick release. But the real secret weapon for a great shooting guard, it's their movement without the ball. The best ones are always in motion, running around screens to shake their defender and get just enough space for an open shot. I mean, this position is just defined by absolute legends. You've got Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, who were just masters at scoring from literally anywhere on the court. And then you have a guy like Klay Thompson, who is the perfect modern example, maybe one of the greatest catch-and-shoot players the game has ever seen. Next up, we have the small forward. This is arguably the most versatile position on the entire court. They're the team's do-it-all player, the jack-of-all-trades. They're expected to score, defend, rebound, and pass, all at a super high level. And that's exactly why adaptability is their most important skill. A small forward might have to guard the other team's best scorer, then drive to the basket for a layup, and then hit a clutch 3-pointer, all in just a few minutes of game time. They need this incredible mix of strength, speed, and just plain basketball smarts. Just think about the names: LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Larry Bird. These guys are versatility. They can score like a shooting guard, pass like a point guard, and rebound like a big man. They are the ultimate Swiss Army knives of basketball. All right, let's move from the perimeter down into the paint, the home of the bigs. This is where you find the power forward, who you can think of as the team's enforcer, and the center, the anchor of the whole defense. So first up is the power forward. This role is all about owning the area right around the hoop. They are tough, they are physical, and they do all the gritty work that doesn't always show up on the highlight reel, but is absolutely essential to winning games. So their job involves fighting for rebounds, scoring with their back to the basket, and setting bone-crushing screens to get their teammates open. This requires a really unique blend of just brute strength to battle for position and surprisingly nimble footwork to score in really tight spaces. Guys like Tim Duncan with his flawless fundamentals, Karl Malone with his just raw power, and then Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's this modern blend of insane size and athleticism. They all perfectly embody what it means to be a dominant power forward. And finally, we get to the center. Typically the tallest player on the floor, the center is the last line of defense. Their main job is to protect the most valuable real estate on the entire court, that area right under the hoop, which we call the paint. Pretty much everything they do revolves around their size. They're there to block shots, grab rebounds on both ends of the floor, and score super efficiently right at the rim. And for a great center, timing can be just as important as height. And man, has this position evolved. You have the sheer, unstoppable force of a guy like Shaquille O'Neal, the graceful scoring of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and now the modern genius of Nikola Jokic, a center who passes like a point guard and is completely redefining the position. It's incredible. Okay, let's put it all together. We've met all the specialists. Now let's see how these 5 distinct roles actually come together to form one team. So just picture a typical play. The point guard brings the ball up the court and starts the offense. The power forward comes up to set a screen. The shooting guard uses that screen to pop open for a shot, while the small forward makes a hard cut to the basket. All the while, the center is crashing the boards, ready for a rebound. It's like a synchronized dance where everyone knows their part perfectly. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? Each position has its own job description, a totally different set of skills, and a specific area of focus. But all of that specialized talent is aimed at one single, unified goal. So that brings up a pretty big question. In today's modern game, with all the emphasis on shooting and versatility, which position do you think is the most valuable? Is it the playmaker, the versatile forward, or the defensive anchor in the middle? That's something to think about the next time you watch a game.